Hey guys, it's Heb here. Today I'm going to be showing you how to set up a BuyVM/path server using a dual IP method. So first, what you're going to need is you're going to have to purchase a BuyVM server. You can purchase any of these servers. So what I would do is click on order this package. I'd pick a location that you want, which I would usually go with New York. Then you add two IPs to the DDoS protected addresses, and you go over here, you click on Debian 9 64-bit, and you click on continue, and you purchase it. Let's say you purchased it. After you purchase it, they're going to be sending you email with all your information, which is you check your Gmail or your Hotmail or your Yahoo or whatever. You get the root password, you get your IP that they sent you, and you should have access to both of your IPs in the Stallion, or aka the control panel. With that, what you do is you open a ticket support, and you ask them to set up the IPs, and you send them your root password, your login IP, and your root username, which is usually always root, but I'm about sure you can change it. After that, once they set it up, they'll let you know. Then after that, what you do is you head over to Stallion. It should show up like this. You click on it, you click on networking, and you set up the IP that you want as your login IP, because there's going to be one IP only that you're going to access, and then there's going to be an outbound IP that's only going to be for everyone else, or your public IP. So I already set my login IP here. So what you do is you click on it using the main IP address selector. You click on it and you save changes. Just save. Your server should reboot, and then after that, what you do is you download your SSH. So I like to use Mobile Xterm. You can use PuTTY, doesn't matter. Now I'm going to be opening MOBA. Now here, what you're going to have to do is get the script that you want to use, or if not, you can set up OpenVPN manually. I prefer not to do that because it's a lot of work. The script that I use is by Angristan. I'm going to also leave this in the description. Okay, so now what you do is you copy and paste the curl command that shows up here. Then you open the SSH software that you use, and you input apt-get install curl. You install it. I already have it installed, so it's showing is already the newest version. For you, it's gonna ask. For you, it should give you a prompt saying yes or no. You click on Y, and of course, you click on enter. Of course, I don't get that because I already have it installed. Now, only thing you need is to get the curl command from the OpenVPN script. That is also going to be in the description. I have that installed now. Now you get the second command when you chmod it. Then you run the third command, openvpn-install.sh. So now when you get to this screen, you're going to want to use your login IP, or the IP that you're going to want to use. Mind you, this IP is the one that you're not going to want to give out. So now that I have my IP, I got it from the Stallion control panel. Click on that. I don't want to enable IPv6 support. I want to use a custom port. For you, it can be anything. For me, it's going to be, I'm going to input it now. And now when you have all that installed, input a client name. My client name is going to be Hab. I don't want to use a password, so I just click 1. You click 2, you know, of course, if you want to use a password. It puts it in your root directory. And now you can take this out and you can use it any way you want. What I would do is I'd take this out. And now this is where the fun part comes in. And now we install iptables-persistent. So the way you would install that is apt-get install iptables-persistent. And then they should install. Click yes on both of these. The command I'm going to put in the description is going to be this. And now you input the command that I put in the description, which is at the end, you put in your filtered IP. Should go like that. Then you input the iptable save command. You save it, and that's it. And now that I have, I'm gonna go over to the OpenVPN config. I'm gonna double click it. By double clicking it, you import it. I imported it. Just show that it's imported. You connect to it. Take some time. Now it's assigned. Then you go into your browser, and I have it connected right here. Just show up here as your second dual IP. So now that your secondary IP shows up, we're gonna head over to the Stallion panel. We're gonna be setting up the firewall. So here, what we're gonna do is once we sign in, we click on Manage Networking, and what we're gonna set up first is gonna be the public IP. So we're gonna click on Configure DDoS Protection. Go to the Application Filters. What we're gonna add here is our OpenVPN port. It can be whatever you decided to put when you were configuring your OpenVPN server. So for me it's 420, for you it can be anything. Hit OK. Now that's set up. This is on the public IP, of course. So for this we're mostly just going to be setting up a couple things. So for this we're going to be setting up only 3 rules. These rules are very simple. They make it so the internal IP is the only thing that can communicate with the public IP, and then it uses UDP hole punching to contact the outside world when you're using this IP. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have it accept the internal IP. For protocols, we put all, allow, and click OK. And now we're gonna add 2 rules. And these 2 rules are gonna make it so only the internal IP can contact the public IP. So what we're gonna do here is protocol TCP, action, deny. And then we're gonna add another rule, protocol UDP, action, deny. And then for this, we're done. And now we're gonna move on to the internal IP. Now that we're in the internal IP, we're gonna be adding about 5 rules. First rule is gonna be for allowing our home IP or your personal IP address to connect to the server. So we're gonna add it here. Then we're gonna /32 our home IP address or personal address. Protocol all, action, allow. Click OK. That's one rule down. And then the second one, what we're gonna do is we're gonna be adding the public IP address so it can be able to send connections, and also it can communicate with the internal IP. We're gonna add the public IP address, and then we're gonna /32 protocol all action allow. Click OK. We're gonna add another rule. This is gonna be the internal IP address. We're gonna /32 it, protocol all, action allow. Click OK. And now for the last two rules, we're just gonna drop TCP and UDP. Protocol TCP, action deny. Add the other rule, protocol UDP, action deny. Yeah, after this you really should be good. You shouldn't have any issues with any attacks down in your server or anything like that. This has been Hab. Thank you for watching.